Hey everyone, welcome to 20-Second Grindhouse, where we review the crappiest movies that I can find for you. Today we're doing Friday the 13th, little more known movie. One of the most iconic slasher films of all time, spanning 13 movies and a TV show that has nothing to do with all these other movies. The basic plot of the first movie is a mom of a deformed kid named Jason that drowns at camp in 1958, comes back in 1980 to wreak havoc on the counselors there. That's basically it. We then open up at camp in 1958, where campers are having fun around the campfire singing songs and stuff. Two of the counselors walk off to go to the barn to get down and dirty. Waka waka waka. Barry and Claudette are their names. Barry is the first to be killed in the movie, as he is stabbed in the stomach. Claudette is then chased across the barn, where we do a freeze frame as she gets stabbed in really shitty editing. We then move to June 13th, 1980. A young girl named Annie walks through the town and is screamed at by Ralph, the town's crazy old guy. He says, "Never come back again." He then yells at them, and then she asks for a ride for a truck driver to go to the camp. He lectures her about all the weird stuff that happens at the camp, you know, like every other movie has done before. We then cut to all the other counselors that are driving in a truck. They are introduced by some really crappy country music. That's your best choice, really? Country music? No ambient horror music, just country music? Be more appealing if they played Despacito than this shit. We cut back to Annie, who gets a ride from a unknown person. Annie then blabbers on and on for a while and then jumps out of the car, startled by something. She runs into the woods, but is soon caught and then gets her throat slit, making this the third kill of the movie. We then watch 20 minutes of the teens doing random stuff around the camp, and the movie gets substantially more boring. The stuff includes swimming, cooking, and finding a snake in the kitchen that they decapitate. Fun fact, that was a real snake. You see, in 1980, when you had no money for fake things, you went out and caught a snake in the backyard and you killed it in your movie. Ralph, the crazy guy from before, shows up in the pantry and then does his usual shtick about how you're gonna die. Okay, man, I'm still here, so, you're not doing a very good job. We then cut to Ned, who is hanging out by the lake. He notices something in a nearby cabin, and then, in true horror movie fashion, wanders in and then is killed off screen. We later see his dead body on top of the bunk bed, where Kevin Bacon and his girlfriend are using it for their fun. Waka 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 waka. His girlfriend Marcy then leaves to go to the bathroom. Jack then lays back to smoke a joint. This is where the best kill of the movie happens. Pamela, the killer, underneath the bed, grabs his neck and then sticks an arrow up through the mattress, going out his neck, and then the little blood spurt at the end. It all makes it worth it. We then cut to Marcy staring in the mirror at herself, wearing almost pretty much nothing. We see her staring at herself for 5 minutes. And we get the usual I hear something in the corner and go walk to find out what it is. And then she gets an axe in the face. Another great kill, though. We then cut to Brenda, Bill, and Alice, who are drinking and playing Monopoly. It's not the kind of Monopoly that we play. They're playing straight Monopoly. The fun gets cut short when it starts raining through the open door. We then cut to Steve, back in town eating pancakes at some random diner. The hell? When the hell did he get out there? He was just at the camp, and the diner's like an hour away. So how the hell did he get out there? We then cut to Brenda reading in bed. In true horror movie fashion, she hears a voice outside. And then also in the true fashion, she goes outside to see what it is, and then she gets soaked. The camera then pans over it, we hear screaming, and we are left to assume she gets killed. We then took to yeah. We then cut to Christy, who has finished eating his pancakes and he's walking back in the rain. Bro, it's gonna take him like 2 hours to get back to the camp. He then sees someone in front of him, and then he gets stabbed off screen. They probably ran out of money and couldn't show makeup. What doesn't make sense though is that how did she, the killer, get out there to kill him when she just was at the camp killing all those other people? That doesn't make sense. It's a continuity error. Now we're back down to Alice and Bill. Final girl and final boy. See if you can guess who goes first. They make the stupid idiot decision to separate, and then Bill's body is later found impaled to the door with arrows. Yeah, good job, Bill. Alice runs into the kitchen, and Brenda's body is then chucked through the window, covered in ropes for some reason. Who knows? Alice then runs outside to find Mrs. Voorhees, the killer, acting all sweet like a nice old lady. She introduces herself and then drones on and on about how she lost her son and that counselors are evil. The chase then ensues. They get real close and physical, and Pamela starts comedically slapping Alice, and then the camera weirdly zooms into Pamela's face for some reason. Don't know why. Alice then hits her straight in the crotch. That's gotta real fucking hurt. Real bad. It moves outside to the beach where Alice grabs a machete that's just conveniently laying on the ground and then full on decapitates Pamela, the second best kill of the movie. We then cut to the most iconic scene in the movie where Alice is laying in a canoe in the middle of the lake looking around. She then thinks it's all over, and then a rotting corpse of Jason jumps out and pulls her down underneath. She wakes up in the hospital, and it's all a dream. How cheap. Seriously? It's the best you got? She wakes up in the hospital. She is clearly psychotic, but she is yet still alive. 10 people were killed in this movie. 5 boys, 5 girls, giving us a very even gender split. I already told you what my favorite kill is, but it's the bacon one with the arrow through the egg. The way the blood gushes out, it's the best. You know, it's just the best kill there. Jason, or the boy jumping out of the water, was played by Ari Lehman, who went on to star in many B horror movies. Hopefully, we can cover some more of his work on this channel sometime. Friday the 13th was directed by Sean S. Cunningham, who would later direct Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy vs. Jason, who are all going to get their other episodes, so he would work with his iconic character again. He has many other films, some horror films, some comedy, some action. Some ones that stand out are the sex comedy Spring Break from 1983 and the psychological horror movies House 1 through 4. Those will hopefully all be covered sometime. Friday the 13th had a budget of only $700,000 and went on to gross over $60 million worldwide. The effects were done by Tom Savini, who is most notable for working with George Romero on his zombie effects in Dawn of the Dead. He has gone on to work in many other horror movies. Those will also be covered on this channel. I feel Friday the 13th is a great movie. The acting isn't very good. The kills are great, but, you know, it's a slasher movie. You can't have your expectations too high. I feel they were really trying in acting, you know. You get the other ones, like something else, kind of like 2013's Hayride, where the people are literally just standing there reciting their lines with no emotion whatsoever. So yeah, that's my take on the movie. Next week we're gonna be doing something different. We're gonna be doing a crappy Christian movie, and then we'll be back to Friday the 13th. It's my schedule. Every day or Saturday I'm gonna try and have one done. once I get on a schedule, and then Sunday I'm gonna try to have that done sometime around there, maybe during the week. I'll have it done and release it during the week. Anyway, thanks so much for listening. Please like, subscribe. I have so much plans for this channel. I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.